Hi, this is Adorable Andrew. Last time I mentioned that I was going to wrap things up with SimCity, but fate had other plans. So here I am starting up a new city in map number 61 on hard mode. Now, Krocketneo shared a video with me on YouTube in which he showcased a couple of cities he had built up to Megalopolis status in hard mode. He asked me if I'd like to build a city of my own in hard mode, and I was like, "Are you challenging me?" And he was like, "No, just build your own city on easy." So I thought, alright, I'm gonna give this a try. Well, as it turns out, hard mode is really hard. I mean, really hard. I had no idea. You only start with $5,000, and since you got to spend $3,000 on a coal power plant, that only leaves you with about $2,000 for development. And that's not even the hard part. When you're first getting started, you only make about $60 a year, and that's only if you're doing things right. If you put too much money towards the infrastructure, police, or fire departments, you won't be seeing any money, so you have to keep your spending to a minimum. Just to put this into perspective, if you're lucky, you'll be able to build one new zone every 2 or 3 years. So that's one commercial, residential, or industrial zone every 2 to 3 years. The solution is completely counterintuitive, but nevertheless simple. Don't put any funding towards police or fire departments. You'll have to build at least one police station and fire department at some point because the citizens do demand it, but that doesn't mean you have to put any funding towards it. It doesn't really seem to matter how widespread crime becomes in your city in hard mode, so you can ignore all those warnings. It took a long time to build up to a metropolis, but it wasn't so much difficult as time consuming. More money started coming in, so I was able to continue building my city, and the population sat at around 300,000 for what seemed like an eternity. It's at this point, or as early as you possibly can, that you want to reduce the tax rate to about 3 or 4%. The reason for this is the RCI indicator just keeps going up and down, and the population keeps fluctuating as well, so to kind of even that out, you have to reduce the tax rate. Now, disasters also tend to happen more frequently in hard mode. Although tornadoes, floods, fires, and plane crashes are easy enough to deal with, earthquakes and Bowser attacks are less forgiving. Bowser attacks tend to happen when your city is producing too much pollution, so while the game is a little more lenient in easy mode, they don't let you get away with it in hard mode. So that's all well and good, but my strategies didn't pan out the first time through, so my first attempt at a Megalopolis in hard mode ended in disaster. The population peaked at about 470,000 even with every available square filled, so I could almost taste it and I had to give it another go. So my second attempt here, as you can see, was much more fruitful. I was able to build up a sizable city in less time and took better care of my budget. So one thing I gotta say, it's all about the presence. I mean, not only do they increase the land value of zones surrounding them, but some of them also bring in special income, which is much needed in hard mode. So it took me a really long time to build up to this point. What is the year? Like 2300 or something like that? Yeah, 2327. Let's take a look at the comprehensive view of the city. There's the land value for you. Not very high, but not too bad. Crime rate is soaring. And there's the comprehensive view of the city. And there's our total numbers. Wow, that's a lot of plane crashes. I mean, sometimes it seems like they happen 2 or 3 times a year. It's pretty ridiculous. So the category here reads Metropolis, but don't worry about it. There's still more to this video. I decided, since I did reach Megalopolis status on hard, that I was going to try to build up and see how much bigger I could make the city. That's a pretty looking city, especially for hard mode. Ah, there's my Mario statue. Alright, so this is where it finally peaked at about 560,000 people. But I am rather proud of that. Even though it didn't reach 600,000, I am satisfied. Take a good look around the city. And here's a screen that proves it all. Category Megalopolis, or Megalopolis as the case may be. And game level hard, so there you go. I mean, that proves everything. And now that I'm finished, I never want to play hard mode again. I mean, it just takes way too much effort and far too much time. But now I feel more qualified to review this game. So until next time, I'm Adorable Andrew. Bye-bye.